Hello and welcome to another update video about XRP. Yeah, it is exciting because XRP yesterday, thanks to Cointelegraph, has reached the target range here. I would argue it would have reached it anyway, but it might have just accelerated the execution of this E-wave that we're tracking in this Elliott Wave triangle. Anybody who's new here on the channel, we've been tracking this Elliott Wave triangle now for many weeks, months really. Wave A to the upside, B down, C up, wave D to the downside, and then the focus has been from somewhere in this region for an E wave to start into the target region here, indicated by the white box and the red box. They're just different ways of measuring the targets for the E wave. An E wave of the triangle is always the last wave of a triangle. Now, the challenge we are dealing with now is to figure out, okay, is the E wave already finished or not? And that's what we want to discuss in this video. First of all, we need to establish how is such an E-wave actually calculated. Well, there are different ways of doing it. There is not the one target that it needs to reach, but there is a target range that we can look at. And it's normally the area between the 38.2 Fibonacci extension and the 61.8 extension of the C-wave. So you can see that here. It's between 50.6 and 52.8 cents. This is one way of measuring it. The 52.8 cent level is usually, well, in this case, the 61.8 Fib level, yeah, that's usually the more reliable one. So I would like it to get there, but obviously I cannot ignore that strong rejection that we had from the target area and from the Fibonacci resistance area, which we added there as well. So strong wick down, I have to consider now that this E-wave has topped. So what would that mean? So if the E-wave has topped, I would want to see a break below this last swing low at 48.5 cents to confirm. So let's zoom in. So if we assume wave E of B topped, then in the next step, we should see quite an aggressive move to the downside that would take the price to 43 cents and below. We could argue, and that's sort of in line with Bitcoin, that this here was a wave 1, this here was a wave 2, and we're now coming down in a 3, 4, 5. Like this. In this wave count, it should take us first below 47.3 cents, which is the D wave low of the triangle. But first of all, I need confirmation, okay? I need confirmation. I need to see a break below the last swing low. All of that would suggest that the third wave down is in the making. It would be preferred, okay? It would be preferred that we go down anyway. So either from here or after a higher E wave. So of course I have to consider an alternative short-term bullish count. In this alternative short-term bullish count, the E wave isn't finished yet. And basically, theoretically, this E wave can still push higher as long as the D wave low isn't broken. So while a break below the previous swing low at 48.5 cents would add probabilities to the downside scenario, the immediate downside scenario, I really cannot rule out a higher E wave until we have broken below the 47.3 cent level. And even after that, we need to see a break below the B wave low, which is at 45.9 cents or 45.8. So far, targets have been reached. We have a nice 3-wave move up into the target range, but it still has a lot of space in that target range. So that means we have to allow it to use it if it needs to. So from that point of view, I think at the moment we can focus on the direct downside pathway, but we need to understand that if we see a break above yesterday's high at 51 cents, probably the E-wave is still running, okay? So it's not impulsive enough to the downside for me to say that we're already here in the third wave. But the third wave should take us eventually below 47.3 cents. And if it's really following through, then we need to see a break below 43 cents to complete this entire correction that started already months ago. And target for the third wave, we can calculate that just with the Fibonacci extensions. 1, 2. Yeah, ideal target here would be the 1.618 extension level, 46.8 cents. But that's a moving target, depends a little bit on the subdivisions as well. Certainly selling pressure, since we got rejected from that target area. But yeah, I think you are aware now about the upside targets should we get another high, the confirmation targets to the downside, confirmation levels, and the preferred wave count. Overall, regardless of whether we are going higher again into the target area or not, in both scenarios currently, another low below 43 cents is preferred, and that is the low from August. Okay, that's my update about XRP. I hope you liked the update. If you did, please hit the like button, leave a comment and subscribe. And if you really like the content, then please check out the channel membership. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye bye.